Since 1945, this legendary tournament has been played outdoors on city streets. A tradition celebrating competition, camaraderie, and community. On Labor Day weekend 2023, the 78th North American Chinese Invitational Volleyball Tournament, hosted by Washington, D.C.'s Chinese Consolidated Benevolent Association, will be held in Baltimore, Maryland. It's a new city and a new venue with the same hyper-energetic atmosphere.
Historically, when DC hosts the tournament, we're known for doing it the best, creating a great experience in the city that we're at.
Washington, D.C. has hosted the tournament 16 times since 1948.
For many years in Washington, D.C., we were really proud to be able to hold our tournament right on the streets of Chinatown. It started with just 1 to 2 blocks of Chinatown, and then it grew to some of the cross streets where we expanded outward.
But this year, with over 150 teams expected to play, finding a suitable venue in D.C. was a challenge.
As far as this year goes, we tried to find what are the possible outdoor sites. Probably a couple of huge parking lots by the casinos would have worked out.
Organizers also wanted a plan B in case of bad weather.
We know that we need a backup site. So even if we can do it outdoors, which is the 9-man tradition, as much as some players love to be outdoors and carry on that tradition, to have a backup facility, there really was none in Washington, D.C.
Without a suitable D.C. option, tournament organizers turned to Plan B. B as in Baltimore, 40 miles away. Known as Charm City, it had the hotel and convention center to hold the tournament indoors.
The tournament hotel will be the Hilton Baltimore Inner Harbor. It's connected to the convention center. People will be able to walk straight from the hotel rooms into the convention center where we're playing.
Playing indoors eliminates the threat of bad weather, but that's not the only benefit. Baltimore offers the opportunity to learn about the city's historic Chinatown, a small enclave located near the heart of downtown. Historically, Chinese immigration to Baltimore never occurred in great numbers. Fewer than 500 individuals lived in the city in 1900, mostly in the vicinity of Baltimore's Inner Harbor. The area, known as Chinatown, would for years be the residential and commercial center of the Chinese immigrant community.
I remember that the Chinatown I grew up was the 300 block of Park Avenue, bounded on one street by Saratoga Street and another street by Mulberry Street. And there was 2 restaurants that I remember on Park Avenue, and they were the White Rice Inn and also called the China Doll.
It wasn't a large Chinatown at the time. There was a little Chinese grocery store there. And we knew that the Chinese would come to Chinatown to go to the Chinese grocery store and buy their Chinese grocery and items that they wanted so they can use to cook at home.
2 blocks north on Park Avenue was Grace and St. Peter's Episcopal Church, and there at 3 o'clock every Sunday they had Chinese Sunday school, and that's where the families went so that they could learn about Christianity and also about English.
For years, Catherine Chin ran a cooking school located on Park Avenue in Baltimore's Chinatown.
I'm a nutritionist. See, I graduated from college, University of Maryland, in nutrition. So I opened up a cooking school, but I brought out the nutritional concept. But my cooking classes were really acclimated to the Chinese food and what you can cook in Chinese food to make it healthy.
Laundries and restaurants were the main businesses in the Chinese community.
Calvin Chin, my husband, his family owned the China Clipper, which was very well known in Baltimore. Everybody always, when they were looking to go to a Chinese restaurant, they always looked for the China Clipper.
Sports played a major role in creating a sense of pride and competitive spirit among Baltimore's Chinese youth.
we played fast-pitch softball. I'm very proud to say that Baltimore was the Yankees of the fast-pitch Chinese softball league.
Late 1950s urban renewal, the '64 Civil Rights Act, and the '68 Fair Housing Act banning race-based discrimination led many Chinese Americans to move from Baltimore to the suburbs. This brought about the demise of the city's Chinatown.
Baltimore's historic Chinatown is called the historic Chinatown because there aren't that many Chinese businesses left in where it was located. However, the way we see Chinatown now, it's not so much a physical place as it is a community of Asian Americans in Baltimore that live throughout the city, own businesses throughout the city.
Bringing the historic 9-man volleyball tournament to Baltimore solidifies a unity between two Chinese communities some 40 miles apart.
I think there's quite a significance holding this tournament in Baltimore. I think with DC being the host city, Baltimore being a sister city, not only now just broadly, but also between the Chinatown relationships. And so it's been really special to learn about the people who grew up in Baltimore's Chinatown, who also knew the people in DC's Chinatown, and this will be a really great way to highlight those relationships and that bridge of communities.
This tournament's about giving back to our community, about bringing commerce back to our people. So right at the entrance of Camden Yards on Utah Street, next to the Hilton, is where we're going to add a little bit more flavor to the tournament this year. Instead of the traditional banquet that we've had for years past, we're going to do an outdoor night market. And that's the best way that we can bring back money to our community. We're going to contract out to the local vendors, and we're going to have them bring food to us, and we're going to have our little party out on the street there.
Over Labor Day weekend 2023, Plan B, the city of Baltimore, will be the place to go for high-stakes 9-man volleyball. Thousands will gather to witness the drama and excitement on the courts. But they'll also meet family and friends, enjoy the outdoor night market, and get to know Baltimore's Chinatown community, both its past and present.
As a member of the North American and Chinese Volleyball Association's Board of Directors, and also a member of our tournament committee, I am truly happy to welcome everybody back.
We look forward to seeing all of you at the 78th DC NACIVT in Baltimore.